everyone! Today I wanted to show you the books that I read this summer, so here is my summer wrap-up. The first book I read this summer was Paper Towns by John Green, because it was the Biennial Bibliothon book of the week, and yeah, I started it that week, but the week went by and I didn't finish it, but I did get to finish it, and I liked it. It wasn't like my favorite. It's still, I love The Fault in Our Stars like better, but yeah, I enjoyed it. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars, so that's good. The thing is that I felt that sometimes it was difficult for me to read, and yeah, so that's like the problem that I have with it. But yeah, I also went to watch the movie, and it was really good. I liked it. Yeah, and I love the surprise that there was, and it was good. So yeah, go watch the movie. It is good. The second book that I read was Harry Potter, because as you know, I haven't read it, and I decided this summer was a good time to start them. So yeah, I read the first one. I loved it, 5 out of 5 stars, and I made a book talk about this book, so I will leave a link down below in case you want to watch that. Then I read, obviously, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, because the second one I was like, okay, I finished the first one, now let's read the second one. I loved it, it's so cute, and yeah, 5 stars out of 5, and I also make a book review or book talk about it, so if you want to check it out, it's gonna be down there. Then the next book that I read was Partials by Dan Wells. This book was really good. I mean, I wanted to do a review about it, but then the time went and I didn't do it, so I think that if I do it now, I wouldn't have the same feelings as I have when I finished reading this one. I thought it was really good. From the reviews that it has on Goodreads, I think people either hate it or love it. I don't know. I loved it. From the moment that I read the first sentence, I just couldn't put it down. So yeah, it was really good, and I give it 5 stars out of 5. Cause yeah, I recommend it a lot if you haven't read it. I feel that I haven't seen it around like as much as I would like to, cause it was really good. But yeah, Partials. The fourth book that I read was Percy Jackson and the Olympians, The Sea of Monsters. I have already read the first one. I read it when I was like I read it like 2 years ago or something like that. And I decided that this summer also was a good time to finish reading the Percy Jackson series. So yeah, that's the fourth book that I read, Percy Jackson, and it was really good. Also, for the Percy Jackson series, I'm planning on doing another video that will probably go up next week, so stay tuned for that. The next book that I read was Percy Jackson and the Olympians, but it was The Titan's Curse, which is the third one. And guess what was the next book that I read? It was The Battle of the Labyrinth from the Percy Jackson series. It was the fourth book. Yeah, I also loved it, but stay tuned for that video where I will give like all my comments about this full series. And I read Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. These books, the next books that I'm gonna mention, are the ones that I read for the booktubeathon. So I have like my booktubeathon wrap up, so I'm not gonna tell you about them so much, and I will leave the video down there if you want to watch it, because there I talk more about the books. I read Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, and I loved it, and it's my favorite so far. And yeah. Then I read Boneheads, which was also really good, and I related to this book a lot. Then the third book I read for the booktubeathon was Millionaire and Dying Girl. And the last book that I read for the booktubeathon was To All the Boys I Loved Before, which also was really good. I loved that book, and it gave me so much feelings that I just was like, ooh, but I loved it. So all that is in my booktubeathon wrap-ups if you want to check that out. Leaving the booktubeathon aside, I started reading P.S. I Still Love You, because I finished reading To All the Boys I Loved Before, so obviously I needed to continue reading those like series. I don't know, it's not a series, but yeah. And it was amazing. I'm so in love with those characters. They are like so sweet, and yeah, that book was amazing. 5 stars out of 5. Like, I love that book. Really, if you haven't read those books, go and read it and read them right now because they are really good. The last book that I read this summer was Percy Jackson, The Last Olympian. It was the last book on the Olympian series, you know, and it was really good. It took longer for me to read it than I thought because I was like, oh, but I loved it. I have a problem with all the endings of a series, even if it's a like TV show or a book. I have a problem with reading or watching them. I just take so long to do that because I don't like to like it to be over, you know. Yeah, you have to check out my video from next week. That's gonna be all about the Percy Jackson series and what I thought. That's it. That's all I read on the summer. I read 13 books in total, I think, and I loved all of those books. And yeah, so now I'm back to school and I'm excited about my classes, but still it's not. I love to be at home and read and all that. That's amazing, but it's still, I'm having like a creative writing class, and that's amazing. Also, I thought that political science was gonna be like super boring, but the teacher was hilarious, and now I'm really looking forward to that class. I think it's gonna be one of my favorites. That's it. That's all I read in the summer. Let me know in the comments which books you read this summer and if you enjoy them or if you hated them. I know it's hard to hate a book, but sometimes it happens. You never know. Also, give this video a thumbs up if you are a little bit excited for being back to school. I mean, sometimes it's good to be back to school. Like, you get out of the house and yeah. Also, since now I'm like in college, I'm studying what I want, so it's better because I'm going for something that I like. Also, like, I have to mention this because like, I can't live with it. Did you watch the Teen Wolf mid-season finale? I mean, it was amazing. Well, it wasn't amazing, but like, I'm hating the writers right now, guys. There are so many things, and I just want Styles to be happy. Because remember when we were all in the first season and everyone was happy? Like, there were problems, but at the end we were all happy. I miss that. But Teen Wolf. So see you next week with my Percy Jackson series video. Bye.